What's going on, YouTube? I'm joined by my co-host here, Evie, who blends right in with my couch. We are going to be talking to you today about a harder subject matter. We are going to be discussing, are you lost right now? Do you lack purpose? Do you not know where the main story mission in the Elder Scrolls Online is? Do you just wander aimlessly from side quest to side quest, confused as to where you are in the storyline? Do you wonder to yourself, what is the next zone storyline? Where do I go after I complete this one? These are all valid concerns, and we are here today to put your life back on track, to put your character back in the good graces of the storyline, the final timeline. So, this video that we're going to be going over today is going to be going over the chronological order of the zones, how to use the zone guide, and also how to know where you left off. Because a lot of you guys might be either new, returning, or someone who just doesn't pay attention to the story. There's a lot of us that usually don't do that. And we're going to be going over those pieces and more. So, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Let's jump into it. Thank you, though, for me and my co-host who's decided to nap right here. Just want to thank you guys again for all the support on the recent videos. We've been getting a crazy amount of subscribers. We've gotten more subscribers in the last few days than the entirety of last month. So the support that you guys have been giving to these videos has been absolutely phenomenal. I still have my list of video topics. This is actually on the list. Unfortunately, my handwriting is terrible. So I thank you guys again for the suggestions. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for the likes. And let's jump into the video. Starting us off, we have a map that puts these things in chronological order. So obviously the blue piece is the Daggerfall Covenant storyline, the red is the Ebonheart Pact, and then the yellow are people who make bad life choices and did not play Skyrim, because how could you ever pick yellow and then decide to join the Thalmor? Anywho, a couple quick notes that I want to point out on here. For example, number 8 is actually not the Cyrodiil main story. The Cyrodiil story is literally just you learning how to shoot some catapults and learning some basics of Cyrodiil, which, by the way, as a quick side note, is a great way to not only get the support lines and the assault lines open, it's a great way to get vigor without having to go into a battleground or something to do it. But number 8 is actually the Imperial City. So this is actually just the chronological order. Obviously, you guys can screenshot this, utilize this to the maximum, essentially. But there's a couple other things that I wanted to note on here, and we'll talk about that when we get to the zone guide, but this is the big piece of it. You can see all the zones. Now, obviously, High Isle is not on here quite yet. However, if you look where the little ship is between 1A and 1B, High Isle is the southern islands that are not quite there for some reason. They just made new islands on the map when they added those, and then above that is Galen. So it goes High Isle and then Galen. Made a great resource here for those of you who like to see the actual zone spelled out, because my geography is not very great in the real world. I probably actually know a better ESO geography than I would if you pulled up a map of Fallujah. So some of it might be easier if it's spelled out in the actual zone with the name. So this is a great resource for that. And you can kind of see as we go down. These also, by the way, too, what's really nice about this is these all link together. The Daedric Wars kind of link together. I would say that once you get to Artaeum, Murkmire is not super related to Artaeum. It really seems to be the Daedric Wars down to Artaeum. And then Hrothgar, Hughesbane, and Gold Coast were very much independent storylines, more so it felt. Where Northern and Southern Elsewhere linked together. Greymoor, Western Skyrim linked together. Blackreach is just this little side zone below. And then Blackwood, Fargrave, Deadlands, those are all linked. And then we have the newest High Isle, and then Galen. Don't ask me to say those secondary words, because I probably will butcher them, and then I'll get made fun of in the comments below. But those are the main zones spelled out, and you can also see the good story chunks. So what's nice is everyone assumes, all the Alderete Dominion, the Daggerfall Covenant, the Ebonheart Pact, these are all linked storylines, and this is the order that you do them. But what's nice, too, is this also kind of spells out the individual what's linked together, because a lot of people get confused that Northern and Southern Elsewhere are linked together, but Imperial City and Hrothgar and Hughesbane and Gold Coast are not necessarily linked together. So that's where I think a lot of people can be a little bit confused, and rightfully so. So I planned to film this funny bit where I would walk into this little monastery and make some joke about finding myself, but this seems like one of the places that I might not want to hang around in. So I decided it would probably be safer to just stand outside of the murder scene. Definitely won't be recognized as a suspect standing outside of a mass murder. So, if you're wondering how to use the zone guide, you can see down where it says hold X between legend and options. You're going to be able to open the zone guide. Now, what's really nice about this is it tells you where you are in the storyline. So, for example, you can see that I'm 24 out of 24 complete. And if you, for example, were not sure which quest you were currently on, you didn't even know if you had the quest line, all you'd have to do is press the equivalent of the X button, and it would, boom, take you right into the quest line. And if you had the quest already, it would actually retoggle that as your primary quest. What's really helpful is you could do this for every single zone. There's other nice pieces here too, like if you're going for certain achievements, you can see Stonefall's Adventurer. You can see that I suck at fishing, and I just don't want to tackle that can of worms right now. Pun intended. But you can do this for every single zone. And what's really nice about this too is, say, for example, you're looking to complete achievements, you're looking to see what you have, you could see how many sky shards you have in specific zones. And, for example, once you have the actual 7 out of 7 complete here, you've done all the main story missions, then if you hit the X button again, it will take you to go find all the way shrines. Then it will take you to kill all the delve bosses. Then it will take you to find all the points of interest. Then it will take you to do the Pathfinder achievement. Then it'll take you to the sets, the Mundus Stones, the public dungeon, the world events, the world bosses. And then it will literally put a marker down on the sky shards for you. For some reason, the game does not do this for the lore books. I guess they're like, you probably already your Mage's Guild 10 if you got the 16 out of 16 for the zone. So just, I don't know, it's just, you're done. You can't explore it anymore. We're just going to gray that out for you. You can't use it anymore. So, unfortunately, for some reason, it doesn't include the lore books, but it will literally take you through everything else. But what's nice is so you now know, hey, here's the zones in all the order. Go through that list. Now you can see, too, if you were halfway through somewhere, you can go, okay, I just need to, repick up this, the Northern Elsewhere storyline. It'll reactivate the quest for you, or it will take you to the quest giver, and then wham bam, thank you ma'am, you'll be saving Cyrodiil in no time, or Nirn, or Tamriel, or prevent a Daedric invasion, and prevent another Daedric invasion, or stop a third Daedric invasion, and then after you stop that third Daedric invasion, you're going to stop a fourth Daedric invasion, and then you're going to bring the little fruity alliances together and be like, guys, we've literally been invaded 4 times by Daedric princes. Could we cool it just a little bit? And then the next storyline, guess who's back? The Daedra. So we'll see how that goes. But Hermaeus Mora, he might not be invading. He might just be like, hey guys, I'm Hermaeus Mora. Could you get me some books? I don't know. I return to the crime scene for the end of the video. But, dear friends, that is going to wrap up the video. I hope this video has made you find your purpose. Helps you understand the areas of which you go first. Technically, if you do wish to complete the zone story quests in order, it helps you find if you're lost on the storyline and you want to get reconnected back again, the benefits of doing so, because eventually if you discover the whole zone, the game will literally show you where the sky shards are, which for those of us who don't have add-ons that do that, pretty helpful, and so on and so forth. So I hope this was helpful. And as a quick reminder, we still do 3 giveaway drawings. 1 is a random comment. Every single comment that is not flagged as spam is entered equally. So please, no spam comments unless it's talking about the delectable food. The second one is my favorite comment of the month. For the last month, it was the funniest comment. However, this time I'm making it a little more broad, a little bit more subjective. It will just be a comment that I really like. And then the third one is a random subscriber. So all of you lovely juvlies who have helped me get to this point, almost the 13,000 subscribers, you were all entered equally. And I just want to thank you guys again for that amazing milestone. Every single like, every single comment, every single view on a video, even if you have to click off immediately to go on with your day or, do whatever it is you have to do, I still look at it and I'm like, yes, another view. This is my way of saying that I refresh the YouTube Creator app way too much while I'm working. But, work is stressful. Who doesn't want to see, like, oh, somebody viewed this video? It's a good moment. So I want to thank you guys again for stopping by, and thank you for listening to my ramblings, and I will catch you later. Peace.
Remember to like and subscribe to Jake Clips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.
No specific post outro, except that I'm excited to go to the developers Thingamahoosin in Vegas. I'll be going on their Wednesday, Thursday event, so I will be gone from Tuesday through Thursday. Well, technically Friday. I'll be leaving to come back on Friday. I'm going to try to bring some equipment to record. See how that goes. I'm don't know how exactly my ability to record on the fly is, so we're going to have to see how effective that is. But I did record a YouTube video on the Tales of Tribute from a hotel room once, so it is possible, probably. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see how the event is, and if you're going, you'll see me there. Bye, guys.